Hi everyone, I'm Dmitry, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about how airbag system works. I'd like to start with an American proverb that says, a tree never hits an automobile except in self-defense. So, in order to get ready for the punch, you have to have something to help you in this case, right? And that's what I'm going to present you in this video. You've probably seen the airbag inscription on the front panel while sitting in a car. But have you been using about how it actually works? According to a review of airbag test and analysis in the International Journal of Crashworthiness, first airbags have been under construction since the late 40s, when it had been first manufactured and investigated by automobile engineers. The first airbag to be installed in 1971 in a Ford model, followed by General Motors offering a frontal airbag as an optional extra between 1974 and 1976. In the 1980s, airbags were being mass-produced, and at last, in 1990s, they were accepted as effective supplemental restraining system along with seat belts. The job of a seat belt is just to hold driver in place. However, they have some slacks in them. Therefore, our bodies tend to move forward somewhat in the case of a crash, and this is where airbag comes in. Mahmoud and Alibadi in their paper A New Decision-Making Algorithm for Airbag Control state that airbag deflates if the collision force is equivalent to a frontal collision with a stationary object at the speed of 14 miles per hour, or when a car hits a stationary car at the speed 28 miles per hour. The time of full deployment varies between 21 and 27 milliseconds. It means that it's already fully deployed before your body even lunges forward. Then, as you fall into the back, it should have already started to deflate. Then, back lowers you down in slower speed and cushions you. Now, I'm going to introduce the parts of airbag system, how it actually works, the stages, and here I want to show you the scheme of airbag. I'm going to talk about the bag itself, the crash sensor here, and the inflation system, how those activated together in the case of a crash. So, the first part, the bag itself, is nylon thin material which is folded into the steering wheel or a dashboard, or more recently, the seat or a door. Here, one of the present models of a car, and this is airbags. The second part is the sensor. In fact, there are two types of sensors. One is mechanical and other is electrical. Most of the present airbag systems use electrical sensors. The article, What is the purpose of airbag system, represented by Mid-South Rescue Technologies Organization, explains how sensor does its job. Basically, electrical sensors use electromechanical ball and tube mechanism, which consists of a small tube and containing a circuit switch and ball that's held together by a magnet. If a collision occurs, the ball rolls forward toward the switch, it hits it, and completes the circuit. In order to understand how it works, it's essential to realize how laws of physics work when you get into a crash. Suppose your car is running 30 miles per hour towards the wall. Your body, being a part of a vehicle, traveling the same speed. But when a car hits the wall, your body, not being part of the car, not being the part of the car, still traveling at the same speed when car is not. The same situation happens with the ball. When car hits the wall, ball moving towards switch hits it and completes the circuit. Then impulse sent to a control module. Then, as control module receives the signal that we do have a true crash, it sends impulse to the igniter. The igniter is an electrical unit that has a tiny bridge wire within it. As the electrical current travels through this wire, extreme resistance causes it to overheat and igniting the airbag propellant. The airbag propellant, the sodium acid, is the same type of fuels that used to send rockets into space. Sodium acid is rapidly burning fuel that puts off extreme amounts of nitrogen gas. This nitrogen is then passed through filters and fills the nylon bag. Those three comprise the inflation system. You see here igniter, the propellant, sodium acid, filters, and nitrogen passed through filters goes here, and then it gets into the airbag. Then, as you fall into the bag, the nitrogen begins to escape in tiny holes in the bag, lowering you down and slowing your momentum. At the same time, the shape of the bag is distributing your weight over a wider area, softening and cushioning your impact. Here you can see its action. So, this is the end of my video. Today my goal was to explain stages of airbag system in action. I hope that you gained a better understanding of this complicated process. But still, since airbags can be used only once and its replacement costs about $500 or higher, my suggestion, ladies and gentlemen, drive slower and live longer. Thank you very much for your attention. Subscribe to my channel. There's going to be more interesting video for you. Goodbye.